So that's been fairly easy. And I think that was our kind of big win. And that's been our success in proving to our firm that Fliplet is a good fit and provides us with a lot of benefit and potential going forward with other apps. My name is Charles Collins. I am the Director of Information Technology with Ward & Smith. We're a law firm in North Carolina with just over 100 attorneys spread out across 5 locations throughout the state. So my key responsibilities within the firm is all things technology. So I manage all of the technology throughout the firm, whether it's hardware or software, technology initiatives, planning, working with our practice sections to determine their needs, and trying to help them understand how the technology that the firm invests in can best help their practice. The reason we chose Fliplet was the ease of use, the simplicity behind, well, not just the simplicity of the product, but the power and simplicity of the product. In the past, when we had originally created our first mobile app within the firm, we had done it all by scratch. We had created the code, we had built everything from the ground up. The problems we ran into going forward was management and maintaining that. Every time a mobile device upgraded their OS or something changed for our users that required us to go in and modify that app, it created a lot of overhead for us to go in and manage and maintain that. When we originally looked at Fliplet, what really appealed to us was the simplicity and the ease of creating these apps, being able to drag and drop components and really leverage a lot of pre-built functionality from within the Fliplet app to recreate this firm directory app, and then also very quickly build and create new apps based on our users' requirements. Then, of course, ongoing management changes, maintaining these products, it makes it so much easier for us to be able to go in as a team and work together on these products and make simple changes that can very easily be pushed out to our users with minimal interruption on their end. We initially started with Fliplet to create some firm-related mobile apps, primarily firm directory, a means to provide our attorneys and staff, when they're out of the office, access to contact information for everybody throughout the firm. And that app itself has expanded a little bit to also pull in articles and news from our firm website, as well as provide additional information around everybody in the firm, including their presence information, whether they're on the phone, whether they're busy, whether they're out of the office. We have floor plans and maps for all of our staff so we can see what office they're in and which office they're currently residing in, as well as contact information for any emergency that comes up. So the idea behind that app was to provide a means for staff to get access when they're out of the office or remote to anything we feel may be pertinent to them to communicate with others throughout the firm. I think the biggest piece for us was allowing or providing primarily our attorneys. It has since obviously expanded to include staff as well, but providing our attorneys the means to access contact information for their colleagues and coworkers when they're out of the office. Initially, it was meant to provide simple contact information, cell phone numbers, work numbers, email addresses, and has now since expanded, especially as the pandemic pushed us all to begin working more remotely. It has expanded to provide as much information about their coworkers that it can, as far as whether they are in a meeting, whether they're on the phone, whether they're busy or available, access to their office location, their practice section, who their supervisor is, for not just our attorneys, but all of our staff. So it just has provided a really quick and easy way for them to stay in touch and get that contact information for everybody in the firm. We have since expanded upon that a little bit, and we've looked at and created apps that are more client focused, that are not necessarily mobile apps, but are web hosted forms that we can use to collect information from a client so that we can then do whatever tasks or work we need to do for them based on the information they're providing, and are looking to continue to expand mobile apps that we'll offer through Fliplet for the firm as well. I think the biggest benefit that we've gained from Fliplet is the ability to very quickly turn around solutions for our firm. We have had several scenarios where various practice sections come to us with a challenge that we're able to very quickly turn around and provide them with a solution. One great example of that is one that we just recently completed for our litigation section. They are currently working on a major case throughout the US dealing with Camp Lejeune and injury claims. They came to us with requirements to create a method for us to collect data from our clients that can then be used to automate several other processes throughout the firm. We very quickly realized that the best solution for that would be using Fliplet. Based on their requirements, based on what they asked us to do, we were able to very quickly turn around a prototype for them and very quickly get them to the point where they had the solution in their hands that they could disseminate to their clients much sooner than we would have been able to do if we had to do that all by scratch. Both the onboarding process and the support have been very, very good for us. We are in a very unique situation that we have a lot of experience and expertise on our end that really allowed us to kind of take off with Fliplet almost right out of the door. We have found that we're able to leverage the onboarding process and support at a bit of a more higher level than maybe some other customers that use the product. We were asking more detailed and more complex questions as we went through the onboarding process. And we certainly reach out to support with some more of our challenging requirements as we are using the product, and have found that Fliplet is able to handle all of our questions and all of our requirements with ease, and definitely provide us with the information we need to be very successful in the projects and in apps that we're creating within the system. We have found ways to leverage it in creating websites and web forms for our clients and for our attorneys and for our staff. You can certainly get very technical with the product, but there are a lot of pieces within Fliplet that non-technical people can really run with. A good example is we have a retreat every year for our attorneys. A member of our marketing staff last year took it upon herself to build out a mobile app for our attorneys around that firm retreat with the agenda and information around all the sessions and all the events that we'd be having that weekend. She was primarily able to do that on her own with very little involvement from IT. She had very little technical background when it came to building a software solution, whether it was a mobile app or a desktop solution. And she was able to get into Fliplet, find her way around, and also lean on Fliplet support and lean on us as needed to create that. So I think Fliplet is a solution and a product that is not necessarily 100% technical. Anybody who has a good sense of design and the way that things function could do very well with a product like this. There's so many use cases for a product like this that it makes it very appealing to any law firm or any company that may have a need for a web-based or mobile-based software solution. When we initially rolled out our firm directory app, I wouldn't say we essentially forced it on our attorneys, but we kind of forced it on our attorneys. So we have a mobile device management solution throughout the firm that manages all of our mobile devices. We are a bring your own device shop. So when we had created and were ready to deploy and roll out our firm directory app, we obviously packaged it and imported it into our mobile device management solution as a private app, and we just pushed it out to devices. We obviously gave users the option of removing if they wanted. We did provide some communication and screenshots behind the product, what it could do for them and the benefits they could get out of it. Immediately received a lot of feedback that allowed us to go in and continuously tweak and add additional features to that once folks understood the benefit and realized the benefits they could gain from it. But the adoption was fairly easy because we didn't necessarily give our users a choice. We just pushed it out to them and asked that they start using it and provide us feedback. As we've leveraged Fliplet, as we've continued to grow with the product and really understand what it's capable of, we have focused more on client-facing products or projects that do necessarily or do potentially deal with more sensitive data. As we've done that, I think we have really leveraged our customer service rep with Fliplet as well as Fliplet support to have them help us understand the security behind the product. And not just that, but I think to help us understand the capabilities we have within Fliplet to ensure that the data that we're either providing to our clients or we're asking from our clients is secured, is in safe hands, is encrypted, and provides us with secure and safe methods to then ingest that information out of the app and push it into our products throughout the firm. We have a long wish list of projects and solutions going forward. I've mentioned our firm directory app a few times. We are actually looking at taking a version of that and packaging it for the public app stores for our alumni. So those attorneys that retire and leave the firm that want to continue to stay in touch with us, we're looking at potential ways to build an app that they can leverage once they're out of the firm. On top of that, we're looking for more and more ways to benefit our firm and benefit our staff and our attorneys and simplify and streamline processes throughout the firm. One of the biggest projects that we have on our list to tackle either this year or early next year is a expense entry and travel app. So when we're traveling between offices, when we're traveling for conferences or meetings with clients, we want to provide our staff and our attorneys the means to manage their trip through their mobile device, as well as submit any expenses related to that trip. So we're going to build out a product or a solution for the firm that handles those travel arrangements, handles that itinerary, and provides our folks with the means to submit those expenses and ultimately get reimbursed for those once their trip has been completed. The biggest advice I would give anybody when considering Fliplet is to really understand your use case and really look at ways that Fliplet can make that process easier for you. Whether it's their pre-built templates, whether it's the ease of putting together an app or a solution from scratch. Fliplet is a very powerful tool, but it's adaptable based on your skill set. So whether you're a highly technical person or whether you're a marketing person or somebody that doesn't have much technical skills, Fliplet can really provide a lot of benefit and a lot of power to you, regardless of your skill set. Obviously, Ward & Smith can be found online at our website, www.wardsmith.com. We have a lot of articles and stories around the work we do for our clients, as well as information around some of the technology that we use and some of the successes we've had within our firm. My contact information, as well as contact information for others within my department and within the firm, are all available on our firm website and can be accessed at any time.